Hello, this is CyberMonkey92 again, and this is my VayuSworn Deck for September 2010. So far it's worked out pretty well. I only run 40 cards, so I draw usually or I mill what I want. First off, for monsters, 2 Judgment Dragons. They're really good because pay 1,000, blow up the field, he's 3,000 beat stick, and he's really easy to get out. 2 Ultimate Celestials. Really good because mill 4 like JD, except she only destroys 2 when attributed to her VayuSworn. So, fucking great card. 1 Wolf. I don't like 2 because with 2, I always ended up drawing one of them, and the other one I usually draw with no sort of recharger, so 1 works out pretty well. 1 Gareth. I only run 1 because if I only have 40 cards, I don't want to deck myself out, which has only happened about once or twice. 1 Jane. It's pretty good. It only mills 2, which is sometimes a good thing, and it gains 300 during damage count, so I like this card. 2 Ultimate Lilas. Good. Switch to defense, destroy card, mill 3. She's just a really good card. 1 Arcus. Only run 1 because it's not full VayuSworn. VayuSworns usually don't run 2 either. Can be targeted. He hurts Illumina, but it hurts Deep Prison and all that other shit more. 1 Lumina because the ban list. You can only run 1, she's really good, special summon, and then she can mill a lot of cards. Only 2 Rykos, because if this was full VayuSworn, I'd probably run 3, but 2 works really well. Only draw 1 usually and mill the other one. Good card. Now for the non-VayuSworn cards, 2 Cast Sorcerers. I run a decent amount of light and dark monsters in this deck, so remove special cast, special JD. He's pretty much good for the game. 2 Sirakos. Some people run 3, but I kind of don't want to draw Sirako to my hand ever. I like him in the graveyard better, and with 2, it works out really well. 2 Vayus, same thing. I rarely draw Vayu, and if I do, I usually remove them with a Lure of Darkness, and sometimes I remove them with Cast Sorcerers just because you need Cast Sorcerers sometimes. 1 Dark Arm. I have really good graveyard control in this deck, and a lot of dark monsters, so kind of a staple in here. 1 Necro, mill them to the graveyard and gain 1 attack, good card. 1 Track because you have a lot of draw power in this deck, and you can get him up really high. His second effect, take control of a monster, but it's burn a card, and his last effect, changes level. I make Black Rose really easy with this card. Flex Spreader, good in the graveyard, you can special them, okay in your hand if you have a Bionic. 2 Honest. It's a VayuSworn deck, you kinda gotta run the 2 Honest. 1 Gores. You don't really run a lot of continuous trap cards in here except for Decree, and I cite those, so Gores is a must in this deck. 1 Space. I don't run 2 currently because I have a lot of cards that blow up the field pretty much. 1 Foolish, mill Wolf, Vayu, Sirako. There's a lot of targets with this deck. 1 Trinade, so it'll be safe to summon JD and any amount of VayuSworns. 1 Allure, draw power. 3 Solar Recharges because sometimes you draw a Wolf to your hand and discard them. And sometimes you just want to discard VayuSworns for your JD, and it also mills, so that's a good card. 1 Burial, return my Vayu to my graveyard so I can synchro for them again, and return stuff for Dark Arm so he'll have more burn effects, and Flex Spreader. 1 Reborn, Spanish Reborn. Special Wolf, Celestia, just a lot of good targets in this deck. 1 Dark Hole, because why not run 1? New ban list allows you to, so might as well. 1 Charge, search out anything that has VayuSworn in its name to add it to your hand. Works out really well. I'm going to run 2 Beckonings, but right now I only have 1, and it's worked out good against other decks. Discard Vayu and Sirako if they come to your hand, add a JD and another JD. And finally, 2 Chopstones. I run these over Decree right now because they work really well. They assess the situation and they can't be spaced, and if they do, you can pretty much chain, so it doesn't matter. Now for my extra deck. Get rid of him. She's not in here. I use him as a token with Gores. Really fun. 1 Magical Android. Gain 600. She's a good card. This is another Armwing. It's a proxy right now. The actual card is this. I don't run him in this deck, but he works well with a proxy. As a proxy, so might as well keep him in here. 2 Stardust Dragon. I run 2 because I also side deck the Starlight Road against GB and Blackwing and all that shit. And he's just a really good card. Black Rose Dragon, make it with your Gordia, blow up the field, and then have enough light towards special JD. Catastrophe, kind of bent. Doesn't matter, I got them for like $3. Destroy anything that's not a dark type automatically. one armor master. I'm gonna get another one. You can pretty much supposed to summon them easily with the Vayu format. God, tape, motherfucker, shit. Once again, you can summon him easily, and you're gonna summon him from the graveyard pretty much. If you reborn him after you've summoned him, he gets his effect, so he's good. I'm gonna get another one of these later on. He's really good for any deck that runs Black Wings. He's easy to get out in his deck because you know so much. Colossal, because he can cross out 28 hitter, gets 100 for each warrior. I run a few. Archfiend, blows shit up, destroys everything. Ura Core Glass, he pierces, gains 6 stars, fucking amazing card. He's only second to maybe Brionic and Goyo Guardian, taking control of your opponent's monsters, no matter what they are, tribute them for Celestia. He's just a good card. I've taken control of Plague and shit with him. Synchro, he just works out so well. That's my VayuSworn deck for the new format. It's worked out pretty well so far. What's up, YouTube? And that's it. Don't forget, rate 5 and subscribe to CyberMonkey92. I'm out.